today we are making a cake that is everything your mother said you shouldn't be. Fast and easy. This lazy cake is truly the fastest and easiest homemade cake you will ever make. There's only a handful of ingredients and it's so quick to put together. I'm Christina with It Is a Keeper, and I share tried and true recipes that anyone can make, like this lazy cake. There's only a handful of ingredients, a few minutes of prep time, and you have a delicious homemade cake. So let me show you how to make it. So the first thing we need to do to make our lazy cake is cream together some butter and sugar. So here I have some room temperature butter. Always best to start with room temperature. It will mix so much easier. To that, I'm going to add some sugar. And we're going to get that mixed together with our mixer till it's light and fluffy. So to our sugar and butter, we're going to add an egg. And cooking, or baking I should say, with eggs, it's always best to use room temperature eggs. They combine so much easier than cold refrigerated eggs. So just take them out a little bit before you're going to use them. I'm also going to add some milk and some vanilla. And we're going to give this another spin in the mixer. To our wet ingredients, we're going to add some dry ingredients. I have some flour and some baking powder. Give it some lift. Back in with the mixer. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I always like to do the last bit of mixing by hand just so I can clean off the sides and the bottom of the bowl just to make sure there's no pockets of dry ingredients down there. Perfect. See, that didn't take any time at all, and we're pretty much done. We just have to bake it. Okay, so the next step is we need to get our batter into a baking dish. So here I have a square baking dish. I'm gonna give it a really good coating of non-stick cooking spray. That's my cheater version of greasing the pan. Then we're going to add our batter into the prepared baking dish. So we'll get all of that in there. It's okay if there's some lumps. You'll see, they'll bake right out. So this is a great cake to make if you get that quick call like company's coming and you don't know what to do. It uses basic pantry staples. Nothing fancy in here. You can whip this up in no time. Everybody will be like, you made a homemade cake for me, but I just told you I was coming. You're like, yeah, I did. And you'll be that kind of hostess. So I always like to give it a couple rasps on the counter just to bring any air bubbles to the top so we don't have pockets in there. We're going to pop this into a preheated oven. It's going to bake for 25 minutes and then we can dive in. Okay, so our fast and easy lazy cake is done. I let it cool for a little bit so I could touch the pan. But now we're gonna cut into this and get us a little piece of this deliciousness here. Just look at that. Perfectly light and fluffy. I'm gonna dress it up with a little dusting of some powdered sugar. Look at that. You would never know. It only took me like, what, 5 minutes to whip together and 20 minutes to bake it. Let's go in. It is so light. And that vanilla really comes through. This cake would be great with just about any flavor you could think of. I'd serve it with berries on top. Be good for a shortcake. So many things. It's so versatile. You've really got to whip this up. It's so good. This lazy cake is definitely a keeper. So many ways you can dress it up. You can add strawberries, a drizzle of chocolate, some caramel. Let me know in the comments what you would serve this cake with. Thanks for watching. You can get the full printable in the video description below. I'll see you next time. Bye.